guys, and today I'm going to show you the tag blanket that I made for my little dude. And so first thing first, you want to select the fabric that you're going to use for your project, and I'm going to show you the supplies that I use for this particular project. But what you want to make sure that you do is pre-wash your fabric. I know it is an extra step. I know that sometimes you're like, oh, do I have to? Just trust me on this one. Pre-wash it in the warmest setting that the fabric can stand, and dry it on the warmest setting that the fabric can stand, okay? And let it shrink, because what you do not want is to assemble your blanket and then wash it and have it shrink and either have stitches pop or seams ripple. Okay, so we don't want that, do we? Not at all. All right, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Alright, so now what we're going to do is measure the fabric, and my fabric measured 30 inches across the width and 23 inches from top to bottom, okay? And that is the cut size of the fabric. Now with the sewing, I did allow for about a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance to go around, and that will allow me to have space for my tags. After I cut my fabric to the size that I desired, the next thing that I did was I cut my ribbon. Now I decided that I wanted to use 6-inch length ribbon, okay, for my loops. And so I ended up with 28 cuts of ribbon. I actually had enough ribbon left over for an additional cut, but I wanted the numbers to be even for the blanket. Okay, so now my ribbon is all cut to length. It's time to get started on adding my little double heart logo, and I used a simple zigzag stitch to attach that to the striped fabric, which is the back of the blanket. Now once that was attached, I went ahead and moved on to the front of the blanket and began to place my ribbons. Now I fold my ribbons over and either pin or use a clip, you know, to secure your ribbons to the blanket, and then go ahead and stitch them on to the top fabric. I left about a 1/8 of an inch or so seam allowance as I was sewing them on. Right, let's put our layers together. Are you ready? Now, you want to put your top fabric face down. So that's going to be your top layer, and then underneath of that, you're going to have your back fabric, and the top fabric and your back fabric need to have the good sides facing each other. Now from there, you'll put your batting on, and your batting can go underneath, just like in the picture, underneath your back fabric. So that is the kind of sandwich you want to make with your fabric, okay? Front fabric face down, back fabric face up, then batting. Go ahead, smooth everything out, make sure everything is cut to the proper size, pin or clip it together, and then we can get sewing. Woo, guys, welcome. So I hope you were able to follow all the steps. This is a really simple project. So now I want to show you where we're at. Okay, so we have batting, right? Okay, so that is our top layer is the Ninja Turtles. Okay, the back is the stripe with the double hearts to it, and I left an opening, guys, here, just a few inches wide at the bottom because we are about to flip it, y'all. All right, hopefully I don't have too many problems flipping. So I'm just going to start in this corner. I like to sometimes leave a larger hole, because like I tell my kids, mommy's full size, okay? I am a full size mama, and sometimes mama needs a full size hole to stick her hand in, okay? Because if not, things can get squirrely very fast. Alright, so let's look at that. Kind of poke out that corner. Let's come down to the next corner, guys. Can you see? Oh, I'm excited. Love the colors. I love orange. Alright, let's work up to whatever this is over here. Alrighty, guys. Oh, that's the bottom corner. Here we go. Do a little poke. And then we are going to move up to the top corner. There we go, guys. Okay, so our tag blanket has been turned. So we are Ninja Turtles. Who doesn't love Ninja Turtles? And some fun stripes and fun polka dots. So the next step that I'm going to do is press it. Okay, because as you can see how puffy my seam is right here. You guys see that? And so what we're going to do is we're going to press. Once we press it, I'm going to come back to the bottom where my opening is. You guys see that? I'm going to turn my edges so they line up, and we're going to top stitch that close. Okay, so we're going to do that, and I'm going to come back. All right, so we are back, and our blanket has been pressed. And so what I've just done is I have pinned, okay, my opening edge. I haven't used this camera in a while, so if I'm looking back and forth, guys, I'm just getting used to the camera again. So we've pinned the edge, and now I'm going to go ahead and top stitch that close. Don't need to see that. It's gonna be real quick. I'll line this up, and I'm using just a straight stitch, guys. Nothing fancy. I have not used any fancy stitches. I've used a straight stitch. I've used a zigzag stitch to do my double hearts, and that's it, guys. That is all this mama has done. I'm gonna go ahead and take that pin out. Now when I pressed my seams and I did my closure, I made sure that my fold over on the two sides, front and back, matched, so when I do my top stitch, it'll give me a nice clean finished edge. Okay, and I'm not sure you guys have been able to see in any of the video, but I'm actually using orange red, so I want to make sure those sides match up and my stitch is nice and straight, because it's going to show up. Okay, it'll blend in on the back because but it will definitely show up against the green, the orange thread against the green. I normally would not sew this particular this one. There we go. Almost done, guys. Quick back stitch. All right. Slip those in. Come back, and I am going to show you my top stitch. Okay, so you're like, what in the world were you just doing? You guys see that? Nice and simple, straight little stitch. Okay, it is the orange thread on the green, so I wanted to make sure I wasn't going crazy with my machine. Okay. So the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put like a little border around my blanket, and it's just gonna be a stitched border. I'll use the guidelines on my machine to determine how wide. I'm thinking I want at least an inch, maybe an inch and a half border. And what's that going to help do is not just be a finishing detail, but it's also going to help to secure the batting that's on the inside. Okay, so that doesn't kind of shift in the wash. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I will reposition my sewing machine, this thing right here. I'll reposition my sewing machine so you can kind of see what I'm doing, and then we will go from there. We're at the home stretch, guys. Home stretch. Alright guys, just so you know, I just finished doing the border stitch, and I'll let you guys see that. You can see there's like a little border there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and do another stitch across here, okay? And that's just to reinforce the tags. I have a 2-year-old dude. He is rough and tumble. These tags need to be reinforced. So that's what I'm about to do right now. All right, so let's go ahead and get that out the way real quick. I've already done my back stitch. Okay, so I'm doing an 1/8 inch away from the seam, guys, just so you know.
let's take a look from the top. Guys, look at that. Of course, a big wad of thread. Look at that. Can you see that? You did it. You did it. You did it. Yeah. Believe me. I watched too much Dora. Okay. Boom. It turned out so good. So good. So good. We're all done. All finished, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this project. All right. So once the dude is napping, but once he wakes up, hopefully I can get a couple good pictures of him and his reaction to his turtle blanket. He doesn't know what a Ninja Turtle is, but he knows what a turtle is. So all right, we'll see you guys in the next video. If you liked it, y'all know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe, guys. We'll see you again. All right, bye-bye.